Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Amaj Ali. I'm a clinical audiological scientist and founder of Heureka OS. And we are going to carry on with our hearing loss simulator videos. This is video number 5. We have another audiogram sent to us from a member in the Facebook group that I belong to. Again, I did not do this audiogram myself or the hearing test myself. It was passed on to me, so I don't have the full background and history of this individual. The purpose of this video, as I've said before, is not to give diagnostic evaluation. It's simply to simulate and animate a hearing loss as shown by the audiogram. So what we're going to do is go straight to it. We're going to do something a bit different on this video, is that we're going to add a male voice into the mix. We've only worked with female voices, and I think when we toggle between the male and female voices on this example, you will notice a difference that with the hearing loss here, which is indicating a bilateral moderate high frequency hearing loss. But overall, the hearing loss is worse in the right ear than it is in the left, owing to the fact that 3 kilohertz is at 40, the threshold, whereas 3 kilohertz on the left is 25. And the low frequencies are within the normal range because it's 15 and 20, whereas it's 25, which is considered a mild hearing loss on the right side. So when I play it, I'm going to start with the left ear and we're going to go with the male voice, and here we go.
No recurrent event in the intellectual world is so avidly awaited by so many people as the annual announcement of the Nobel Awards. No formal honor conferred by man carries such distinction as a Nobel Prize. The awards are presented on the 10th of December, the anniversary.
Very interesting. So in this particular case, the male voice wasn't so bad because it's low frequency dominated. When I press the simulate and it goes gray, you can hear it's not as clear, but you could definitely work out what he's saying, and that's because it's a male voice. We're going to do the same ear, but we're going to use a female voice, and you'll immediately notice the difference. So let's start from the beginning. Here we go.
The roster of Nobel laureates is studded with the names of great and deservedly illustrious persons, some dreamers, some men of action, a few true geniuses, but there are giants missing from the list. For example, the most fundamental contribution to the physical...
So there's a distinct difference between the male and female voice on the left side. Let's do the same on the right, and we'll see the difference again. So we're going to start with the male voice first. Here we go.
No recurrent event in the intellectual world is so avidly awaited by so many people as the annual announcement of the Nobel Awards. No formal honor conferred by man.
And it's so interesting. Just by this difference, you're noticing on the right side that the male voice, still you can work out what he's saying, but it sounds quite nasally because a lot of the vowels are affected by this specific loss here, the additional loss. So I'm going to actually toggle between right and left with the male voice just on the right side, and you'll see the difference. So we're going to go with the normal again. Here we go.
Carries such distinction as a Nobel Prize. The awards are presented on the 10th of December, the anniversary of Alfred Nobel's
death. Not so
death.
bad on that side.
The Peace Prize is given at a formal ceremony in Oslo. The physics, chemistry, physiology, and medicine, and literature prizes.
So that was very interesting to see there. We're going to now go to the female voice, and we'll see the difference of the female voice on the right side. Here we go.
The roster of Nobel laureates is studded with the names of great and deservedly illustrious persons, some dreamers, some men of action, a few true geniuses, but there are giants missing from the list. For example, the most fundamental contribution to the...
So again, that was very interesting to see. The female voices are more difficult with this type of loss than male voices. The male voice on the right side sounded a bit nasally, and what we're not noticing here, but vowels is a very important part of speech, and the vowels are mostly between sort of 750 hertz to about 3 kilohertz. So where anytime you have any losses there, you do notice the difference in the tonality. So again, with this type of loss, in background noise, it will be more amplified. Television will be going up, not because it's not loud enough, it's just clarity. And in background noise with a group of people, depending on where people are standing and what type of tone of voice that they have, all of that would have a net effect on understanding comprehension. And, the mixed bag will be that if that same individual is in a quiet room, the right tone of voice in front of them, they will have a full-on conversation. But when it's a different tone, you just think, what's going on there? How come you suddenly switched off? But it's because of the way the simulation has just described. So I hope this was helpful and interesting, a bit different, and maybe we'll add some more audio clips in future videos. But for now, we'll stop here, and thank you for watching.